Let me know if you can hear me. Put a S in the put a yes in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, now it's sounding like how I usually sound. Child, not they trying to mess up my sound and whatnot, child. So, child, let's get into it if we're gonna get into it. Okay, so y'all know we got Miss Cindy with us. Okay, so everybody say hi to Miss Cindy, and her channel is Cadet Girl Chronicles. Vanessa, you said, can we talk about Chris's costume jewelry he stole from his little sister's pretty princess game set? Y'all know I definitely talked about his grandma brooch. You know I talked about it. China put that brooch on, looking stupid. Child, I'm not finna play with him. Here, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Let me put her let me put her handle in the chat. So y'all can go on over there. Yes, and those ankles were out again, A Hamilton. Yes, honey. You did. That's why I sent you the super hairstyle. I definitely talked about that. A mess. Jacqueline says, hi, Miss Cindy. Okay, Cindy, this is the thing. I am not going to be able to hear you when you speak. So I'm going to mute myself when you start to talk so that the audio is okay because for some reason my computer doesn't want me to be great. So that's how we gonna do it tonight. Okay. Child, we've been having technical difficulties for like an hour.
Hi, everyone. I don't know.
Child,
Like,
let's get into it, okay? And those old high water pants that never fit. A mess. Child. That breach was so mid. That brooch was, baby. Listen, when I saw that, I said, now he tried to put a little razzle dazzle on it. Boy, no matter what you do, it's still gonna look how it's looking. Okay, child, no matter what. So then I guess he was realizing he had that brooch on. Then all of a sudden he started with those fake tears. I'm like, okay, Christopher, child, nobody cares. And Dr. P showed didn't care, honey. Dr. P was leaned over like she was gonna get ready to fall asleep. Look at kill ass. Okay. Hey, Jacqueline. She says, "Hey from Pittsburgh, Cindy." Okay, so Cindy, go ahead and
yes,
introduce yourself so that they can know what I was doing over on your channel
sure. Hi.
because the opinionated family is so sweet. And so I just want them to get to know you because Cindy is a very nice lady and she has a very nice YouTube channel. And I watch it. I told y'all last week about how she has a YouTube channel where it's not so raw. Y'all know how I'm always laughing and singing for no reason, like it's a musical. And so Cindy has a more soothing and calming voice. So she's like the more calming side of the reviews. All right, I'm gonna go on mute, Cindy, so you can introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. I am so excited to be on the live with Miss Misha. I love her. My handle is Cadet Girl Chronicles. I do Married at First Sight reviews. I also do relationship videos. So go on and check me out. I am excited to hear what everybody has to say tonight. And I can't wait to just get into it. We're going to get into it like Miss Misha likes to say.
Okay, I see right here it says somebody said their video is grainy. Hey, Kenyatta, welcome to the opinionated family. You said you just subscribed. You just subscribed to my channel or Cindy's because I'm not sure which one. I just want to make sure I say welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Is anybody else's video grainy? I just want to make sure everything's everything, honey. All right, so let's get into it if we're going to get into it, child. All right, so it is 170 of you on this live. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, honey. Let's get into it because I got to go over here for Ready to Hang Out because y'all know they ain't ready to love, child. And y'all know I got to do my review. And I had to get myself together, put on a good wig, honey, and gather myself. So, you know. Oh, Kenyatta says to Cindy, girl, I've been repping for you. Yes, you subscribe to Cindy channel. That's what I'm talking about, honey. See, Cindy, I told you I had some beautiful people over here. Okay, everybody else said that it's good. Okay, so it's good for you. It's good for you. You are hilarious. I just subscribed and discovered you. Hey, Loretta. Girl, we be cutting up over here on Friday nights. Okay, so after Married at First Sight and the foolery of it all, we got to come over here and decompress and gather our thoughts and put on some good wigs, child. Honey, not like the wig Paige had on where that wig was gelled down to the side. I'm looking at her like, girl, what is really happening? But welcome to the opinionated family. Welcome. Thank you for the super sticker, Sunshine and Flowers. Thank you so much. Miss Harmon says she just subscribed to Miss Cindy. Y'all so sweet. I just love y'all over here. And I just want to say this as well before I get started. Thank you so much for all the encouraging words and all the nice things that you guys were saying to uplift me and make me feel a little bit better. Child, listen, this is what I discovered. Okay. I cannot be bothered with Real Housewives of Atlanta mess. Okay. Like, you know what? The people that you associate yourself with really can bring you all the way down. Now, listen, I'm not the only one that commented on the mess that we saw from May 10th all the way to May 12th. Okay. But because, I like to put a little zhuzh on everything, everybody was coming for me. Okay. So people started sending me death threats to my Instagram DM. They started saying, yeah, and you don't even know her, and you stupid this and you stupid that, and boop, 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 boop. Child, they were saying all kind of stuff to me. And then they were saying to me, you wish you looked like Portia. Let me tell y'all something, honey. Let me tell y'all something. I might be country, and I might talk with a little twang. But when I tell y'all I am put together, and I ain't trying to be conceited, honey, Portia, I've been looking like this since 1982. Portia paid for that to look that way. I've been looking how I've been looking for 38 years, and I ain't never had no complaints. So I'm like, first of all, you don't even know me. Okay, I don't know her, you don't know me, and why are you targeting me? But then I went to some other Instagrammers pages, and they're all saying the same thing. And I actually watched a YouTube video, and one of the really popular YouTubers, I'm not going to say their name, said that one of their videos was taken down after they talked about her and her situation. And I'm just like, listen, if you standing for a person that much that you're sending depth, and one person even told me, which I have to weed out some of the people that come on my lives, because they said to me, and I know you from Houston. I heard you say you from Houston. You better not let me catch you in the street. Who you gonna be looking for in the street? That little mechanical dog and that woman whose mouth barely moves? That's who you gonna be looking for in the street? Because I know I ain't never showed my picture, honey. Never. Not never. That show how crazy you really are her stand, honey, because she thinks it's 265 days in a year, and you think you gonna find me from an avatar on YouTube. Child dust, honey. I ain't got time to be playing with these people. Just off. But you know what? I kiki and everything, but I do have a sensitive side. And so they kind of got to me a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? And what really got to me is that you all know that I do Seeking Sister Wife reviews as well. So I went over to my comment section because I got an alert. Okay, let me check it and whatnot, honey. Let's get into it if we're going to get into it. And I look, and the person was like, they need to go over to so-and-so's channel. And they put that person's link. And they're like, they're able to give you a better dialect. And another thing, it's pronounced headboard with the D and not headboard. I have never in my life said headboard. Okay. You're reaching, honey. It's a reach. And then they start going on about this little avatar is cringy. And I'm just trying to figure out why y'all would even sit here and subscribe to some mess like this. You have to have a third grade reading level if you want to sit around and watch an avatar talk. And I'm like, child, y'all so ignorant, honey. Y'all so ignorant. But y'all know what? Nah, this is really, it's out of my character, but it's in my character. Okay, honey, it can go either way. I couldn't take it no more. Because that was the first thing I saw when I woke up. And I messaged her back and I said, go to hell, respectfully. Because leave me alone, girl. I don't know you. Honey, if you don't like it, just keep on moving. You don't have to stick around. It's okay. We all see things that we don't like. Let me tell you something. Sometimes I watch YouTubers whose face I can actually see and I can't stomach it. So if you can't stomach my avatar and my little dog, then get the hell on, child. And take Chris with you, honey. And gas up the DeLorean and ask Jacob if he want to go too. Now, child, let's get into it if we going to get into it, honey. Because Miss Cindy did not come here to hear all that, child. All right, so we're going to start couple by couple. Okay? Y'all, these old ignorant people. I said, oh, it's the audacity for me, honey. Listen, She said, I should have said your mama. You know what? I didn't say your mama, but I did want to say your mom's a hoe. Like, leave me alone. Child, it's ridiculous. And then it was like comment after comment, and I was catching them, real quick because I read all my comments. And then, my mom was like, well, stop reading the comments. And this is the thing about that. Yes, I can stop reading the comments, but I like to read my comments. I want to connect with the people on my channel. I want to connect with my subscribers. I don't want to just, y'all just be talking to each other and I'm just getting a view. I don't like that. I actually like to say, oh, Helena, that was so funny, girl. Or I'm laughing out loud, Loretta. Or Jessica, you crazy. That's just me. I want to actually talk to my people. So I just can't, I cannot not look at but it got so bad, child. I had to turn my comments off on that dang on, what is it? That dang on Portia thing, honey. I said, child, let me turn this off, honey, because they is losing their minds, child. Sending threats. Now, ask Portia if she gonna give you some of that 40 million. I ain't think so. Child, let's get into it if we gonna get into honey. Hey, Chloe, I watch your channel all the time. Thank you for stopping by. Child, we got a celebrity up in here, honey. I know y'all be going over here to Chloe's channel, child, when she be ranting and going off on Chris, honey, because she gonna get into it when it's time to get into it. Okay. I love that you read and respond to your comments. Just start blocking the haters. Oh, child, I sure do. I hurry up and block them. But it's only so much you can take. And then they come on over to your Instagram talking about and don't let me catch you in the street. I'm like, who you gonna catch in the street? Exactly who? Child, not that Instagram thing. J-Dub says, shout out to Chloe. I would have just blocked them fools and pray for them right after. They don't get no prayer from me, honey. This process no longer serves me. Okay? I ain't got time. Don't take these widows for granted. They do. Docs, meanwhile, keep giving your commentary. You have me hollering. Thank you, Carmela. I appreciate your engagement with the likes and comments. I appreciate you appreciating me, honey, because they sure didn't. Child, okay, let me go over here and share the screen so we can start talking about these married at first sight decision day people. Child, just ignorant. Okay. Okay, so here we go. All right, y'all. Y'all see how I'm trying to get fancy? Trying to get fancy with the married at first sight. Look, Cindy said, look, if I'm gonna come over here, honey, and we're gonna get into it, if we get into it, then I'm gonna need you to step your game up. Okay. We can't just be talking to a blank screen. You're gonna have to put some zhuzh on it. So zhuzh it is. All right. So we're gonna talk about married at first sight. Um, decision day. Okay, so what do y'all have to say about this, child? Because let me tell you something. I really thought the first couple I want to start with is Brianna and Vincent. I really, really thought that they were going to go their separate ways. And I also really, really thought that Vincent was going to pull a gun from up under that couch. I did, child. I was like, oh, Lord. Wait a minute. Vincent going underneath the couch. Because y'all know last time Vincent went underneath something, her braid disappeared. Okay. So I'm just saying, child. I was just trying to figure out what he was going to do next. I was a little bit nervous, child. I'm just saying. So let's get into Brianna and Vincent. Oh, look at them. Oh, isn't that cute? Yes, y'all, please like the video. Please, please, please. Vincent is toxic AF, immature as hell. Like, wow. Ignorant, okay? Just ignorant. And when I saw it, I said, you know what? Okay, Brie, coming in dressed in your red, honey, your curls popping, looking all natural like you should. Child, let's see what's gonna happen. Are you gonna say no and keep your assertiveness to yourself, or are you gonna go on off into the bodega and get some more of those fried empanadas? Let's see what shall be. And honey, she said yes. I was like, oh, why? Child, a mess. Thank you, Tamiko, for the super chat. Love your commentaries, Miss Misha. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You always come through and make me feel better. All of y'all do. Y'all really did uplift me, and I really appreciate that. Because, child, let me tell you something. I was really down. I was really down, honey. I just can't even lie to you, child. I really was down. Cindy, what do you have to say about give your nice opinion of Brianna and Vincent? Because you already know I'm gonna put some zhuzh on it, honey. So let me let y'all hear the niceness before I put the zhuzh on it. Okay, so Cindy, what do you have to say about Brianna and Vincent?
So when first for on wedding day, I thought they were a beautiful couple. I was rooting for them. I was excited, and then episode after episode, I was side eyeing Vinny. Actually, I started side eyeing Vinny when they went to the bachelor party and he was talking to that stripper, and I was just like, hmm. But then I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, okay, maybe he's just a little drunk and he's just not knowing what he's talking about right now. But in the beginning, he was doing all the things, giving me all the chills. Like, yes, him and Brianna are hitting it off right. They're getting to know each other, and then the minute she joked around about that champagne, it looked like he was ready to rip her head off. And then the salsa, and then the horse. It was just like one episode after the other, and I was just like, okay, he's a little like he's giving me psycho vibes. Like I'm a little nervous every time he says something, or not even say something. He don't even say anything. He'll just look at Brianna like, "Today is not the day. Don't say that again." And I'm just like, okay.
Cindy, are you speaking? Can you put that in the chat if you're speaking, honey? Because I got this rigged up over here, child. So I just want to make sure I'm not interrupting you. What you say? If looks could kill, honey. Ooh. Okay. Can you just Cindy, can you just make sure you put in the chat when you get done so that I can come in? Because I don't want to interrupt you in the middle of you speaking because I can't hear you on my end. I can only hear you after the playback. And I just want to make sure I don't come in at the same time that you're talking. Yes, his looks could definitely kill. And he looked like he could definitely kill. And let me show y'all this picture, honey. When I saw this picture, I said, not Vincent looking like he was whispering in her ear that he was gonna cut her braids this day, honey. I said, okay. Vianna, Vincent and Brianna. Y'all know how they say it on the show, child. Okay, so oh my God, what? He's like, I'm gonna get ready to cut your damn hair one more time. If y'all tell me this don't look like he finna get ready to do something wrong, honey, tell me it don't. I said, look at this picture here, honey. I never realized it until I looked at him whispering in her ear and her laughing ever so. Ha 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 ha. All right now, Bree. You up there skinning and grinning, honey. He gonna get one of them braids, honey. He was telling her right then. And then look at that stomach. Talking about he just not gained weight. That turtleneck looking a little snug, bruh. And also, honey, Vincent had that button, that button that was hanging on ever so. I said, oh, child, he gonna see he wore that button on purpose. He had that button on in case that button pop was gonna hit her right in the eye. I said he gonna do violence anywhere it go, honey. His clothes choosing violence, okay? Child, I do not have time to play with him at all. He really tripped over a freaking salsa lesson and a damn pony. Like, grow up. Even guys that aren't into it that would try it for that girl and have a good ass time. Exactly. Child, just ignorant. Cindy, what you got to say about this comment, honey? Because I think it's ignorant. Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, I mean, I know people, a lot of people do fear getting on horses, but the thing is, it was his whole mood. He was just bringing the whole mood down. He wasn't even like, he was just like throwing a mantrum, talking about some, I ain't trying to get on this horse. Like, I'm straight, I'm straight. And then he had
He was abusing that
the
button.
person, the instructor begging him to like get on
Yes.
there. And then he finally gets on there and he still afterwards was like, oh, I didn't appreciate that. Don't ever um schedule
I know I'm
anything without
reaching,
telling me, and it was
Fedora.
just crazy.
I know I'm reaching, honey, but I just like to make fun of Vincent, honey, because he ain't doing nothing else. Okay, Tia said, I just don't know. Bree and Vinny personalities, the strongest parts about them clash. He likes respect, but his culture definitely influences what is deemed as respectful, and she is direct and outspoken. I agree with that. I definitely agree. Hold on just a second, y'all. Cindy, go ahead and take over for me for 2 seconds. I need to fix this audio so that we can hear each other at the same time because this format is not working and I want to make sure that we have the best live that we can have, okay? Especially since we have 1 hour left and it is 290 of you on this live. So please go ahead and like this video for me, subscribe to our channels, honey. If you're just stopping by, say hey in the chat or something. Honey, even if you thumbs down the video, that's fine too. The algorithm will pick that up as well. We appreciate you being here. One moment, please. I wish I had some elevator music. Y'all know I'll sing something in a minute. Y'all want a little tune? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, but y'all do know that I came up with the whole Married at First Sight Decision Day soundtrack coming soon, okay? Because when Chris was fake crying with them fake tears in that fake car after that fake panic attack and that fake pregnancy, y'all know I got some words for him, okay? Go ahead, Miss Cindy. Go on, take over, child.
Okay. So what did you guys think about her saying she is going to be bossy? And did you guys think that she should stay bossy? What do you guys think about the whole bossy comment? I know it's one thing to be a boss, but to be bossy, I think that's just crazy. Let me see. I hate that Bree will have to walk on eggshells. I'm not sure this will last long term. That's exhausting. Yeah, it seems like um, because she has like a funny sense of humor and she likes to poke at him. He doesn't like that, so he's definitely gonna have to watch what she says. And it's like she's always gonna be apologizing afterwards because he don't ever ask for clarity. He just gets upset, and the thing is, he doesn't even express why he's upset. He just be mean mugging her, and I'm just like, she is not like tearing you down. She's just making a joke, and it's just like his self-esteem, he definitely needs to go to therapy to work on his self-esteem. And I'm sure there's some stuff in his childhood that he needs to work on as well because he gets upset way too quickly. Even if it's not Vincent,
Okay,
being
y'all, I'm back.
bossy like that will not sustain any relationship. I have to
Listen.
agree. It's not going to sustain. Like being bossy, nobody likes to be bossed around. That's definitely a no-no. So, and then it's like she's saying she's bossy, and then she talks in that little baby voice, like, "Oh my God, Vinny, like, are you up? Wake up!"
Okay, even if it's not Vincent, being bossy like that will not sustain any relationship. It won't. It won't. But at the same time, I feel like he doesn't appreciate her. I don't know. I don't want to say bossiness or the way that she is. I just feel like he doesn't appreciate her judge. You know what I'm saying? I think he wants someone that he can manipulate and mold. Like I don't because I mean yeah Karen D, that's what I was trying to figure out. So like how was she bossy though? Because I really I saw parts of her that could have been deemed okay, this is a little bit much when she was telling him put that toothpaste over there and throw this away. I saw that that was a little bit iffy, but at the same time I also felt like okay girl, now he know to throw it away, child. If it hit the floor he knows to throw it in the trash. Now let's not get crazy. But on the other side of it, you know I feel like she needs to, it's almost like you need to help him man up. Like he act like he don't know no better. Child, like what is wrong with you? You scared of your own shadow, child. Probably sleeping with a nightlight on. Child, you scared of everything. Child, I cannot be bothered. Thank you for the super sticker, Sweet Apple. Hey, Sweet Apple. See, Sweet Apple is the one who gave me all the names of the characters that we've come across on Married at First Sight this season. We've come across Chris, aka BMW / broccoli head / I don't even know what else I call. Oh, Little Weirdo. Okay, we can't forget Little Weirdo, honey. That one goes down in maths history. And then we have Haley, honey, one and done. Old flat face heifer. Then we have Vincent, sensitive Vinny, and Welch's great Vinny. And then we have Paige, Michael Jackson, honey, because she always sitting there whispering and going on, honey. Or we can call her the Yin Yang twins because she'll hit us with a, "Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear." So she always whispering and whatnot. And then, of course, we have Virginia, and she just like to get drunk, child. All she want to do is drink, party, and pass out. And of course, Eric, child, Eric with the K. Is it bad I skipped over the Haley and Jacob's decision? We all knew what it was. I just can't stand Haley being rude and not taking responsibility, and Jacob letting her off easy. I be wanting to go in. Till you say you can't take no more. Child, I definitely cannot.
Misha,
Brianna
can
better
you hear me?
one of the days Vincent looks like the type to jump out of nowhere and push her off the balcony. Joseph, if you don't speak your speech, honey, if you don't speak your speech, don't he look a little dangerous? Honey, well, not a little dangerous, a lot of dangerous, especially when he looking how he looking. But y'all, let's just see, child. Cause listen, honey, he had me fooled at that wedding. I was like, oh, okay, okay, let's get into it if we gonna get into it, honey. Child, let's skip right on over them, child. We don't even want nothing to do with that right now. Okay, but at that wedding, he had me thinking, look at Jacob and Haley. They could have really been something. But I'm gonna touch on that in a minute because I got something to say about the way that he is presenting himself. Go ahead, Miss Cindy. Go ahead and speak your speech, child. Let me find these pictures.
Someone was saying that she's pushy. I have to agree. She is pushy, and I think we didn't get to like. She started off kind of pushy and kind of bossing him around, but once she sensed that he was getting angry, I think she started to fall back and not really be the Brianna that her family and her friends kept saying is bossy and bossy and bossy. Because I could definitely see that she likes to like tell people what to do. Because she was telling him to take off his shoes, use the wipes for his face. It was just kind of like, is he a kid? I mean, he acts like one, but he's not a kid. So I'm not sure why you're
Yes, you
acting like
do.
this is his first
No,
time
I can't.
being around a
I'm not
woman.
sure what's going on with my audio. I can't hear her. I can tell when she's talking because I can see her circle move. So when she's not like when her circle isn't moving, I can't hear her. That's right. Exactly, Gina. You're absolutely right. That's exactly why I've never done a live like jointly because I can't get my audio to cooperate. Child, the audio is like, honey, one and done, honey, just you. And no, we need to invite guests over, honey. We got to have some guests up and through. Y'all need to be able to hear each other. But I mean, I when I had my other mic on, you guys couldn't hear me because it was really choppy. Okay, say something, Cindy. Let me see if I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So hopefully, well, I mean, the crackling. Hopefully, the crackling doesn't get too bad.
Okay, so here we go, y'all. I think it's better now. Okay,
Yes.
so maybe we can feed off of each other now.
Yes.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm yet to watch the episode or Misha's review, but I'm here for the live. Oh, M. Sharice, child, honey. You ain't missed nothing. They wasn't talking about nothing, wasn't hitting on nothing or nothing else. Okay, so you didn't miss nothing at all. Cindy, what's the next couple you think we should talk about?
I think we should talk about uh, Virginia, aka Vodka, and Eric with a K, honey.
All right, let's get into it. If we gonna get into it, honey, let's talk about Virginia and Eric. Child, because you know they, oh, honey. Let's see. Let's talk about them, honey. Let me get the picture so we can see them on the screen, honey. Because listen,
We definitely have to start with that
Eric
wedding
K
picture
was
and that purple
baby, I'm
eyeshadow.
begging, baby, I'm begging, 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 child. No, I
Yes,
ain't talking about Haley like
vodka and
that.
tonic.
I ain't about Virginia like that. Okay, so here we go. Okay, Cindy, let's hear what you got to say about Virginia and
Well,
with the K.
well, definitely put up the wedding photo because that purple. The first of all, her first offense was that purple eyeshadow. I was just like, where is she going with that purple eyeshadow when the makeup artist did her makeup on her wedding day? Then she couldn't put the bottle down. Everybody was looking at her. Every time we turned around, she was at the bar, and it was just like, "It's your wedding. Like, you got to get drunk to get through your wedding, girl. Like, what you doing?"
You are so right about that. And she stood back there for like 45 minutes. I said, Virginia, honey, this one I ain't know her too well, because she was just getting into it as we was getting into it. And I said, why is this lady standing back here so long? They had went on 5 commercial breaks. I think she forgot exactly where she was, to be quite honest. They went on 17 commercial breaks. Virginia was still in the back looking around. I said, what is happening? Like, what are we gonna do, child? Come on, girl, and go on out, child, and got out there with Eric. That's when I didn't know Eric was crazy either. Okay.
And then by the end of the night, she looked faded. I was like, "How do you look like that?" She just looked faded. Like she done was out all weekend drinking, and it was just a mess. Like the wedding night for me, I was just like, "Okay, this is gonna be something with her drinking," because even his mother was side eyeing her, like, "You still at the bar? Like, what you doing?"
Okay, Jazzy said, let's talk about how Eric manipulated Virginia into saying yes. They never gave her a chance to express how she felt about their marriage. Jazzy, you better speak your speech. Eric said yes,
Absolutely.
then went into that proposal with the rubber band. Child, not that Cheerio he had got from that continental breakfast before he went in. I looked at that. I said, what in the hell is Eric proposing with? Now you got a whole airplane and a hangar at your mama and them house, honey. Yes, mama and them. Okay. At your mama and them house, but you done came here with this, and I thought I was the only one that caught it. I said, "What is this that Eric is proposing with?" And then I don't know if this was editing or what. I don't know if y'all saw this, but did y'all see how Virginia was looking like she was staring off into the abyss? Like,
Hmm.
oh Lord, is it my turn, honey?
Hmm.
Okay, here you go, AKA, honey. You are absolutely right. I thought it was a Fruit Loop. I did too. I said, "What is it? Oh, what is he proposing with?" He done picked up something on his way in, and he know Virginia gonna stay drunk, honey. So she didn't realize that it wasn't even a real ring. She was just ready to get to the alcohol. Okay, ready to get to that champagne. Somebody, yes, oh my god, yes. Not knowing yes mean pop them bottles past the cow. Child,
Ab-
go on, open up that champagne. That's the only thing you
Absolutely.
worried about.
Eric was
Was Virginia
begging
buzzed
and
during the ceremony? The
pleading.
way she just grabbed Eric and kissed him, liquid courage. Alicia. She definitely was loose as a goose. I have to give it to you. She definitely was, honey. Let's get into it if we gonna get into it.
Eric was begging and pleading. First of all,
A
the night
Fruit Loop talking
before,
about.
can you hear me, Misha?
Yeah, I can. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was saying because one of our viewers said he was begging and pleading, and he just made sure he pulled out all the stops so she couldn't say no. And it was just like, I know she was nervous and she felt like she needed to think about it, but he didn't even give her a chance to think. He didn't give her a chance to say anything. He just came in there guns blazing, like, "You gonna say yes? I'm gonna say everything under the sun so you can say yes." And it's just like, Eric, it's not going to work out anyway. So I don't understand why you so pressed. I know you don't want her to say no on decision day, but it's just like, dude, half the time you're trying to act like her father, and then you're not happy that she wants to stay out with her friends every weekend. So it's like, why are you so like head over heels in lust? I don't understand what's going on, Eric.
I don't either. Joseph said he got that ring from the gumball machine at the gas station. He ain't fooling me. I know that's right, Joseph. I know that's right, Joseph. Okay, honey, I ain't got time to be playing with Eric. I was looking at him like, child, now y'all just look at this picture, okay? Honey, let's examine this picture because let's get into it if we're gonna get into it. Look at this picture, how Virginia looking. Virginia just does not even realize she just got married. Okay. Basically, the reason why we're going with the wedding pictures first is because this is a whole how it started and how it's going type of thing. Okay, so this is how it started, child. Y'all just look.
Virginia is a hostage, absolutely.
She sure is. Hey, distinctly Dree. Like, look how she looking at him. Do y'all believe that she knew she just got married? I don't think so.
She was drunk. I don't even know she even remember her vows. She was drunk.
She was definitely drunk. I'm like, okay, what is happening? And they did not, I don't think they did decision day correctly, period, because not both parties got a chance to say whether or not they wanted to stay together.
I agree because we didn't hear like Virginia didn't get a chance to say any, like, she came in there, she sat down, and then Eric basically took over. Outside of her agreeing that her friend group is above him, she wasn't saying nothing until he got on one knee, and then she was like, "Yes, baby, I'll stay with you." And it was just like, no, you like, what's going on here?
Cassidy said Virginia must be putting it down on Eric with a K. Honey, must be doing something. Because child, she must be in there doing tricks or something, child. Because you know when you get get a little liquor in you, honey, you be doing all kind of things, child. I don't remember it the next day and nothing else. But clearly, she must be doing something because, honey, he is loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. He's loving it. Honey, y'all know I got a song for everything. Both Virginia and Clara's personalities wilted so rapidly. They were both bubbly, and their men just subdued their zhuzh. FF, honey, yes. See, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Definitely just dim down their light, especially Clara.
Hmm. Especially Claire, I agree.
Because, you know, when it first started, Clara was like, you know, she had a really bubbly personality. She was asking all kind of questions, acting like Paige belonged in a museum. Oh, Paige is so beautiful. Oh my God, look at Paige. Paige, look at your skin. Honey, Paige is wearing a bad wig that's not parted right and said somebody asked her about eating Chris's behind. Y'all remember that when Paige first stepped on the scene? And Paige
Yes.
was like, one of my friends asked me if I would lick his butt. And I said, no, I wouldn't lick his butt. Honey, been gross to me ever since, child. I don't think I forgot.
Paige was acting like she was talking about God, but in those first couple of episodes, she was saying how she wanted to get it in with him. And it was just like, okay, yes, I understand that's going to be your husband, but you don't even know this man, and you're talking about having sex with him with without protection. And it was just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, you're so right. And AW, you're absolutely right. Because the old Clara does come out when she talks to other people. Now, when she talks to like Ryan, for some reason, she just turns into a whole different person. But then as soon as she's talking to us out there in TV land, or she's talking to like Haley, because you know Haley, she'll talk all night long, honey, because she can't stand to be around Jacob. When she talks to Haley, or when she talks to like Paige, and Paige is probably lonely ass bachelorette pad, and all the rest of them, she comes to life. But then when she's talking to Ryan, it's like she can't be bothered. So I'm just like completely confused. I still don't think Claire is getting it in. Child, me either going to look for a house, honey. And speaking of Claire and Ryan, child, let's go on over there to them because I want to show y'all this picture. Let me just show y'all, honey, because this right here, I was looking at this picture and I'm like, okay, y'all, honey, that's all y'all do, child. Is
Clara
lay
is
in that
Clara
bed
kind of
with nothing else to do and no particular place to go, child. All right,
Clara
here we
kind of
go.
reminds me of Kenya. Like she's out here going crazy with the girls,
Now look
but
at
then as
them.
soon as Mark
Now y'all just look at
pops on
this.
the screen,
Y'all just look at this. They sitting up in the bed smiling. Of all the places for you to put them, you put them in the bed. Honey, ain't nothing popping in there. Child, not a zhuzh in sight. Child, she ain't even seen this boy's nipples. He got on a straight polo in the bed to make sure he take the pictures so she don't have to see his nipples. Child, I ain't buying it, honey.
yes, Claire is absolutely a stepper wife. She is just gonna follow behind Ryan no matter what he says, what he does. She's just gonna dumb herself down, and because she thinks this is the most healthiest relationship she's ever been in, that she needs to bow down and let Ryan take over and basically tell her what she can say, what she can't say, how she's gonna act, how she's not gonna act. It's crazy.
You are absolutely right. Big Mama said. That's why she holding the prop. We know ain't nothing popping in that bed, child. Ain't nothing popping but that newspaper. And then Claire is always like, "Oh, I had the best nap." That's all y'all do is sleep, honey. We want y'all to be sleeping together, honey, not just actually slumber, honey. Throw them legs back, child. Because the way Claire was behaving when they went to that tantric yoga, child, she ain't been stretched out in a while. It's a full mess. They are both drunk in love. That's the
Yeah,
child.
in the 10 out of 10. Oh my God, if I heard her say one more time that she and Ryan was a 10 out of 10, I was like, where is the 10? Which side is the 10? Please help me understand where the 10 out of 10 is. Even when she was talking to her friend on the phone, right before decision day, her friend was just looking at her like 10 out of 10. I mean, every marriage has something that you can complain about. You mean to tell me Ryan is perfect? I think not.
Definitely not. Thank you so much for the super chat. Blah blah blah. Love your channel. Don't let the rude comments and messages stop you from shining. Thank you. You're so sweet. And yeah, you are so right about them, Cindy. I 1000% agree. Let's see what else
Hmm.
I got to say, child, about Ryan and Claire. Oh, and somebody said something about Jacob's IG and how good he looks on there. Honey, Jacob been judged. But you know what? I did appreciate that beard, okay? Because he was looking like something, honey. I was like, okay, Jacob, honey, a little salt and pepper beard. Standing up, he already had a body. Now, like I told y'all plenty of times, I don't appreciate that chest hair. But he been looking like something. So I'm like, when he popped up in that Instagram, I said, okay, let's get into it if we're gonna get into it. All right, Joseph said, if Ryan ain't giving up the magic stick, then fine. I just love y'all, man. Y'all are so crazy. But he better be topping her off like she does his little pink honey and ain't licked his tongue out not once. Okay, honey. Probably when they were eating ice cream. That's all he was gonna be eating that day. And that's all I'm gonna say on that, honey. And baby Ryan ain't worried about doing nothing with Clara. Especially the way she was eating them donuts. Child, he looked like he wanted to throw up. I said, oh,
Not the donuts, not the donuts. I was dead. She was scarfing those donuts down like she ain't eaten in 3 weeks. I was like, okay, Clara, can you take a moment to breathe? I know you like the donuts, but geez. And she wasn't here for Ryan and his speech. She was just like, I want to enjoy my donuts. Can you stop talking right now? Thank you.
I mean, but if you had to sit there and listen to Ryan tell you how great he is and tell you what all the stuff that you need to change, child, you be eating donuts like her too. I said, oh my goodness, child. I think at one time she ate two of them at one time, child, put them together like a sandwich. I said, oh, girl, now that's just disgusting.
One went in her mouth and the other up her
Girl,
nose.
that is disgusting. Honey, don't put them donuts together like that. What you say, KT? Those donuts represent her sexual frustration. If that ain't
Facts.
the truth, honey.
Facts.
Game On Radio said, yo, I finally made it to one of your lives. Hey, Game On Radio. Child, we getting into it over here about this decision day, okay? Because it wasn't given what it's supposed to have gave. And then it seems like Paige and Chris gonna be back acting a fool next week, but at least she ain't gonna be back in that wig. So I mean, it's all I can really ask for, honey, at this point. Okay. I hate watching Claire's chin and non-existent lips when she eats. Oh my God.
But but the thing is, when Clara was taking that personality test, it was like, Clara, what do you care about in life? She had no goals. Every question was like, nope, 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 nope. Do you care about making a difference in the world? Nope. Do you think about reflect on your behavior? Nope. I'm like, Clara, so you just get I know you're a stewardess, so you just get on the plane and wherever the plane takes you, that's what you're doing that day, because she's not worrying about no future and nothing. She was just like, nope, I'm not interested. I'm all set. I'm gonna be over here in Ryan's garage doing my little crafts, because when they went to that little craft station, she was all excited about the crafts, letting him know, oh, this is my hobby. I love this, and he was like, yeah, you can do it right in my garage.
Yes, he was like, honey, put them crafts up, child. Misha, did you see how Chris didn't put his jacket on Page, and so they gotta say, yes, child. Listen, I said that on their review. I said he gonna ask her talking about, are you cold? Oh, shut up, you little ogre. Yes, she's cold. Okay. They walked 10 miles. And then finally, when they got inside where it was warm and he could take his jacket off so he could be still warm, honey. He was probably trying to make sure she didn't steal that brooch. No, I'm just kidding. But once he realized they were inside and they could be okay and he could be warm, he tried to get that jacket to her so the experts could think he was actually treating her some kind of way. Boy, you ain't fooling me. I looked at that. I said, both of them ignorant. Now, Paige, I don't want to put you in this because you done been through enough. But you let that man walk you from the car to the point of him asking you, are you cold? I would have see that shows that Paige needs a little guidance. Because let me tell you, me, as soon as a man say you cold, I would have stopped. Honey, heels, thanging in the back and everything. Looked at him. Yes, I'm cold. Honey, put my little Bree voice, my little babe voice. And he would have had to get that jacket up. We wasn't moving no further till I got that coat. But not Paige, honey. Paige said, let me just keep on walking. Eventually he'll give it to me when we're on the inside. Like, girl. Child, Paige make my child look. I can't. Paige make me itch. I just really cannot. I just really cannot, child.
Someone was saying how Ryan is reciting scripture while Clara's down there christening his what. That.
Not first giving glory and honor to God. Boy, if you don't stop playing with God, honey, while she's giving you the smackdown. See, they play too much. See, they've been playing with the Lord all up and through this. I didn't like how
Yes,
they were doing that, playing with the Lord all the time.
yes,
No
I
ma'am,
agree.
Pam, honey. No ma'am, Pam. Let me see what kind say. Let me see. They say that Chris was engaged when he signed up for the show. Child, I wouldn't put it past him. I
He
would
was
not put it
engaged.
past him.
he came out the
Wait a
womb
minute. You
engaged
said Chris
because
had some leggings.
the pastor said he was engaged when he met him. He just stay engaged. He just wants to be engaged and not really be a husband, obviously.
Somebody said Chris had on a pair of leggings. Y'all so crazy. Wait. Wait, he did have business at the top and a party at the bottom when he showed up unannounced, dressed in all black. But you know what I noticed, and they think they slick. Now I didn't really notice this until afterwards, but y'all tell me in the chat if you noticed this as well. I noticed that Chris and Paige were color coordinating. Now when they went to that decision day, he had on that gray suit, she had on her silver dress. Honey, they ain't fooling me. Y'all been messing around. Y'all playing
Mhm.
dress alike. Then when they went to get together for their one last hurrah, they both had on black. She had on a black dress and he had on that whatever it is, honey, that ensemble. And I was like, okay. But they both had on black as well. And I said, did they plan to dress alike? And you know they left together and went and got it popping right after, child. One thing Chris can do is teach Ryan how to go bend them legs back, honey, because that's all Paige do, child.
Being that Ryan grew up in the church and want to raise his kids with a spiritual foundation, I'm surprised he said yes. He wasn't on the same page spiritually. Ryan, I feel like Clara is his beard. Like you said, he was raised in the church, so he's trying to do the right thing. But at the end of the day, like he's not really attracted to Clara because he's just what like I didn't see any chemistry with those two. It was just like they were barely friends, so it was just kind of like, where is this 10 out of 10 chemistry? I'm so in love coming from, especially with Clara. I think she just falls in love with everybody anyway. So it was just kind of like, we shall see.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Jazzy said, I don't think Mercedes was ever pregnant. When Chris mentioned the miscarriage, he started crying. And when he explained himself, it was because of how he treated Paige. And she lit up when she heard. She sure did. She was just trying. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, he knows darn well, honey. I don't care what they try to say because, Mercedes had put in her stories that everybody who thinks that she was never pregnant can go to hell respectfully. Well, child, I'll meet you and Chris down there, honey, for making up this whole lie like y'all had a baby bacon when I know that y'all did not. Okay. And also, when Chris said it, he was like saying it with no tears falling. Okay. Child, that's why he had to run outside because he knew in the dark he could make it seem like he was actually crying. Because when he was sitting in there in front of Pastor Cal and Dr. Viviana, he was like, I can't make nothing come out, child. So let me just run outside and that'll make it extra dramatic. That girl was never pregnant, child. Honey, go on. They could sell that to somebody who's buying it because it's show, ain't me. I know for a fact that she was never pregnant. Hey, Miss Misha, love your commentary, but when the part about Chris and Paige came on, my head started to pain me. During the review or during the show? Because, child, everything was paining me as I went through the entire thing. Everything. They definitely got it in after decision day.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
definitely.
They got it in before and after, and then after they went to the little get together with the couples too.
They sure did. And I'm pretty sure that before decision day they were getting it in as well because why are you color coordinated? Honey, I'm not letting that go. Child, I looked at that. I said, what is happening? Did you see Ryan's mustache on the tell all previews? Lord have mercy. Who is this Barbara? Fire that person immediately. Okay. I was like, child, a mess. Ryan think he really is fashion forward, honey. All of them do. Looking crazy. Chris and Paige are about getting that money because we watched the show to see what they are doing. Chris is a businessman, y'all. He see a money making opportunity here. Eloise, I believe you. But at the same time, like all money ain't good money. Like if you're just up here humiliating your entire family, embarrassing everybody, then you might want to cut that out.
All money is definitely not good money because they Paige will go down in history for being the most gullible, ridiculous person on Married at First Sight? Is that how she wants to like really have her life out here on the internet? For me, I'm all set with all that.
Yeah, because it makes her look crazy. Jonathan said, "Y'all not gonna talk about what was in that random brown box Chris had." I saw that. I said, "What is this empty box of promises you bringing in here, boy? Bringing that empty box in here just as empty as those lies you told Paige on decision day. Okay, you're the best thing I never cherished." Beyonce, please, honey. Best thing I never. What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. Boy, if you don't gone, I was like, not the best thing you never had. Child, goodbye, honey. You didn't care nothing about that girl then. You don't care nothing about that girl now. You done came up here trying to redeem yourself and look like something, honey. And I was waiting on Master P to pipe up. She ain't saying nothing. I said, Master P, honey, somebody shake her. Child, I think Master P had fell asleep. I'm like, oh, child.
Dr. Pepper, she wasn't here for Chris, so I think she stayed quiet because she probably would have had to be escorted out if Chris would have piped up and started disrespecting her like he was with Dr. Viviana. He's just always disrespectful. He doesn't take any accountability for anything, and he thinks he knows everything. Like Pastor Cal tried to get through to him, his own pastor tried to get to him, his fake his daddy, I don't know, he tried to do something. And even the mama was just like, "Oh, y'all not together." I already knew that wasn't gonna happen. I mean, they know their son.
Yeah, they know he a trash box, just like that empty brown box that he brought, honey. Trashy hooker, Mrs. Smith. Misha, when Broke Vinny pulled out that cheesecake instead of a ring, I immediately thought of you and Cackle. Because y'all already know I was going to say he couldn't afford nothing, honey, because he didn't sell any of those Carvana cars. Okay, and listen to this, y'all. Y'all know I always talk about Carvana, right? Why have I literally been getting emails from Carvana saying, "Are you in the market for a new vehicle?" I'm like, Vincent, leave me alone, child, honey. Now I ain't in the market for no new vehicle, child. Go on, wig. I don't want nothing to do with it. Chris and that ex been gallivanting around Mexico together. Have they? Child. Well, go ahead and set yourself off, honey. If you want to parade her around Mexico, go right on, honey. You got to take her somewhere other than the States because he know he's still messing with Paige. And I believe that wholeheartedly.
I agree, absolutely. And I feel like he was only saying those things on decision day just to make sure he would get some afterwards. Because all of that stuff that he was saying, he didn't mean none of it. And then of course here's Paige smiling, grinning from ear to ear, and I'm just like, Paige, what are you? Why are you so happy? What are you so happy about?
Happy to be lying. Child, let me see. Let me see what the people saying. Hold on right quick. I think Chris picked up an Amazon Prime package off the porch on the way to the Look, he looked like he's still. Honey, let me find him going viral, picking up them people's packages. He looked like he picked up something to bring over there to lie. And I think Paige was hoping it was going to be something for her because she was just looking at that box. Honey, everybody was looking at that box, and Eric was looking like, oh my God, y'all set me next to him. Poor Eric. But he apologized and Eric accepted. But Virginia was like, honey, heard it all before. But your lies ain't working now. Honey, she was like Sunshine Anderson. She was like, nope, I'm good. Honey, ain't nothing gonna be popping over here. So don't even look at me. Look, one thing I respect about Virginia, she gonna say exactly how she feel. She don't care nothing about what Chris talking about. She don't care nothing about what anybody else is talking about. If she don't like it, she don't like it. And that's one thing that I respect about Virginia. She gonna
And
stand her ground.
I definitely have to agree because I know everybody was thinking back in Vegas when she said, "Do you even know the baby is yours?" I mean, I think everybody had that on their mind, but nobody wanted to say it. But she sure enough was like, "Excuse me, you're saying it like you know for sure that the baby is yours. Like, what's really going on right here?"
Oh my gosh. Felicia said that box was empty, just like he is. Maybe he's a porch pirate. Felicia, you so crazy, girl. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. Yes, y'all, please thumbs up this live, honey. It is 383 of you in here talking about the decisions that were decided on decision day, honey, that we all needed to take a drink, child. Oh, my goodness. Chris was acting for the camera, trying to save face. Paige was grinning and acting goofy as hell. Honey, skinning and grinning for absolutely no reason. Josh
Hmm.
should take anything. Talking about at first it was about the baby, but now that the baby's gone, I'm like, well, what now? Nothing. Honey, it never was a baby. Girl, he called you hideous on camera. And I'm never gonna let him forget that. Like, no, girl, you need to remember your worth. He called you a name, child.
He
Mm-mm.
dropped the F bomb right as she was coming down the aisle, and not in a good way. And I was just like, oh, he like once I saw that, I was like, yeah, he's disrespectful. And then he went out in the hallway and told her friends that she's no trophy wife, and none of the friends said anything. Like someone said earlier, her friends and her family failed her, and that is 100% true.
That's definitely true. They did, but at the same time, Paige seems like she has a hard head, and that make a soft behind, honey. And she definitely did learn. But one thing I am appreciative of is that she talked to that producer. Because had she not spoken to that producer, we would be sitting here singing another whole nother tune because her and Chris would be off somewhere, lying and trying, honey. So I'm glad that she at least talked to the producer. But my thing is this: it's all fun and games. Y'all know I love a good kiki and everything. But when she started emotionally breaking down, being so overwhelmed with this decision, I was like, okay, cut the cameras, honey. Now y'all playing with people's lives. Okay, I understand that this is a show, but she was visibly shaken. And at that point, it wasn't funny to me. I'm like, okay, look, nah, I'm not gonna get a kiki out of her breaking down like this. But at the same
Mm-mm.
time, then here come Chris. You want to take your mic off? You want to leave? Get back, Chris. You just want to take her outside so you can talk to her in private to try to confuse her and manipulate her and then bring her back in with your lies. No, boy, get away from her.
Hmm.
Uh-uh.
I can't even believe they let the whole thing go for 6 hours. Like at what point did they say, okay, enough is enough? Like we're not doing this anymore. And it was almost like he was getting away with anything and everything throughout the whole season. Because even when it came down to telling Paige about the baby, he was throwing a fit, talking about no, let's go in the bathroom. He went in the bathroom, took off the mics, turned on the water. It was just like, is this the? It turned into the Chris and Paige show in the beginning of the season because it was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, because that's all anybody was talking about, honey. I know it was good for my reviews, honey. I ain't gonna lie to you, because listen, had Chris not been acting a fool, all my subscribers wouldn't have known that he was a little weirdo, okay? And this KL said, it seems like Chris told her about the miscarriage before, but they agreed to announce it in front of the camera for a reason to get back together. You think so? I don't think so. Because I feel like she was really like, I just want to check on your mental well being. I'm like, is he crazy? Like, what was wrong with him? Why are you checking on his mental well being? Because I don't feel like he's that distraught. Like, Paige has to learn to read between the lines and realize when it's some bullsh, okay? Because that's definitely what Chris was giving.
And she was worried about his mental health. She needs to be worried about her own mental health.
Thank you for the super chat. Misha, what can I say about Chris's suit that hasn't already been said about Afghanistan? It looks bombed out and depleted. Honey, bombs over Baghdad. Okay. Child, I'm not gonna play with Chris in that suit. I said, what is happening here? Child, you couldn't tell him he ain't look good either, child. He probably was like, yes, I'm showing up tonight. No, you're not. And stop wearing those ripped jeans everywhere you go. I hate them little bitty skinny jeans he wears with those rips in the knees. I absolutely hate them.
And the Forever 21 sweatshirts.
Yes, his little color blocking hoodies. Gina said the producers didn't care about Paige's well being. They set her up and it worked. I don't know, because that's that same producer that was like, you said you didn't want to have anything to do with him, so tell him. And I feel like last night, well, not last night, but Wednesday night, she was telling him the same thing. Like, girl, you came in here with something on your mind. You said you didn't want to be back over there with him. Okay, honey. So let's just stick to that. Because I feel, and this is another thing. I was wondering, why are you speaking to the producers and not the experts? Like, pull Dr. P to the side, honey, because somebody needs to wake up, child. She looked like she needed the Dr. Pepper. So pull her to the side and say, hey, I'm really confused. Don't ask me why I'm confused, because I can't tell you, honey. I'm confused as to why I wore this wig with the sideburns too. But I just want to know what it is that I can do to get myself together, to get myself out of this. But now she's back there talking to the producers. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I think that the experts were just fed up with her, and she knew it. So that's why she was just reaching out to anybody that would listen, because Dr. Viviana wasn't here for it. Dr. Pepper already told her Chris was narcissistic and she needed to leave him alone. And Pastor Cal was just taking off those glasses like, girl, what you doing? Like, know your worth.
That's true. Paige has low self esteem. Pick up the phone, Paige. Ayanla calling you, girl. Ayanla too rough, honey. Don't nobody want Ayanla hitting the table. Hey, not on my watch. Nobody want to hear all that because Paige will slide back. We need somebody that's gonna be a little bit, gonna go in with a little bit of something, but then also gonna get Paige together, honey. Bring her over to me. Cause listen, I might be a little funny, and I might make a little joke or two, but we gonna get her together. We gonna judge her, and then after we get through judging her, then we're gonna sit down and talk like girlfriends do. And I'm gonna say, listen to me, Paige. Okay, girl, this ain't what you want. Now look at him and look at you. Once we put you in the right wig, baby, dust. Honey, it ain't nothing he can offer you. Ain't nothing he can do for you. And on top of that, he wears skinny jeans with those rips at the knees. Girl, honey, dressed like Pastor Cal at the top, honey, and the IG model at the bottom. And I ain't changing it. So once we tell her that, but see, Dr. Pepper, she don't really want to hear it, honey, because she like, look, I told you he was a narcissist and you right back over here with him again. I don't trust Pastor Cal like that. Pastor Cal ain't giving what needs to be given. He not doing his job. Now, Dr. Viviana, she was not playing with Chris. And I heard somebody say, well, it wasn't wrong for Dr. Viviana to say that because Paige had agreed first, and then Chris piped up and said that he didn't, they were undecided. I didn't hear that part. Did y'all hear
I
Paige
didn't hear that part.
undecided first?
Because when he was saying that they were undecided, she was nodding her head yes, like in agreement with Chris. So I didn't hear that. I definitely didn't hear that part. It wasn't until
Oh,
after she spoke
okay.
to the it wasn't until after she spoke to the producer, and she, even when she went in there trying to stand up for herself and saying, based on my own mental and emotional health, I can't do this anymore. She couldn't even bring herself to say, I want a divorce. Like, she just left the door a little cracked in saying that, oh, maybe I shouldn't be in this marriage anymore. I'm like, girl, just say, I want a divorce. I want a divorce.
No, I'm gonna tell you what she said right here, honey. Let me tell you what she said, child. She didn't say she didn't need to say that she wanted the divorce. This is what she really wanted to say right here, honey. Let's get into it if we gonna get into it, child. Because listen, they talking about why do I insist on calling those distress leggings jeans? Because I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He look crazy every chance he get, honey. He ain't look right since he started. Child, and speaking of him, look, we're gonna have to go back to him too. But Paige really don't be having much to say, honey, much to do about nothing. But this is how she feels about it, okay?
Basically, this
Hold
this
on, y'all.
relationship no longer serves me. She said that like a good dozen times, and then she went right back talking about, oh, I
Okay,
thought
this
you
is
would
how
give us a
she don't
chance.
trust me, okay? Honey, she letting them know. And this is at the exact moment when she should have got up and went off. Sitting there with that ex like that. Honey, don't sit there with that ex, child. Get up. Chris knows those hips and thighs are showstoppers. Show stopping. We show stopping. I'm done with you, Leah. Wear the distress leggings to give a little extra, honey. To give a little zhuzh, Leah. That's what he wear for to give a little zhuzh, okay? Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go to the comments. This season needs to be a learning lesson for MAV's production crews. These contestants need to go through some type of individual therapy before they get selected to be married. Yes, they do, honey. We all need some
Absolutely.
therapy, individual and a group, honey. Let's all the opinionators go down and get the therapy all at once, child, and take Paige and her wig with us. At this point, Paige deserves it. From the in denial to the narcissistic attitudes, I'm over it, honey. Kay said I done had enough. She is so desperate for a man, and she doesn't have to be. And you know what? She doesn't have to be because let me tell you something. I went to her Instagram, and she has some very pretty pictures up there. And I was like, okay, Paige, you're looking like something. Okay, I love to see it. And she actually had a light shining through her circa 2017 But then here we are in 2021 and she acting like her eggs about to dry up. Girl, you're not even in your 30s yet. You have plenty of time, and I know you don't want to have no baby with Chris. Honey, let's see what that baby would look like. Let's find the photo. Child, time for a brief intermission. Honey, y'all talk to Miss Cindy. Let's see what this baby would look like, child.
What do you guys think the baby would look like? Probably come out looking just like Chris
Child.
with his wide hips. Let me
Now look,
see.
child. Now look how he looking. Y'all just
And
look at
she
this.
said during decision day, she was like, when I first met Chris, I mean, when I first saw Chris, I thought he was a well groomed man. That part says it all.
Yeah, it really does. It says that she tacky and he tacky too. Joseph said Chris did the Kanye with the I'm gonna let you finish, but with he sure did. And he also came in with them Kanye West cheeks. I said, look at them little chipmunk cheeks Chris got on him. Honey, I could have went in all day on him. And let me tell y'all something that I thought was so funny. I went to Jacob's Instagram and KL, honey, it's a whole filter. Okay. She wouldn't have that baby wouldn't have no nice skin, honey. It can't be trusted. Now, Paige does have some nice skin because she likes to moisturize to no end. But other than that, honey, I wouldn't trust Chris to have a baby with my dog. Okay. I'm just telling you like it is. But I went to Jacob's Instagram and he had posted and he said, I turned on my TV and then I saw Chris get up and run out like he was on an episode of Maury. When I tell y'all I hollered, I said, not Jacob with a Jacob joke of the day, all up and through the stories. Child, I mean, I hollered. I said, that damn Jacob. That Jacob. You gotta love Jacob, honey. It's
Quiet.
no one like him, child. He gonna give a Jacob joke of the day if he don't do nothing else.
I was definitely here for Jacob the whole season. I don't know what Haley was thinking, but she was single since she was in the third grade. She's gonna continue to be single because after everybody's done seen how she treated Jacob on Married at First Sight, they're not checking for her.
Absolutely. And also, I really feel like Jacob and Haley could have been a handsome couple because I want y'all to look at this picture. Just look how nice they look together. And I was like, why you couldn't act like you had some sense, girl? All flat face helper. Like, look at them. Don't they look like something? I
Hmm.
feel like they actually look like something. So I didn't understand why she was treating him that way because they actually look like a nice looking couple.
And
So
the
I'm
crazy,
like, oh, that's cute.
it
But
is cute.
she didn't want nothing to do with that. Do y'all hear me, honey? She said, no, ma'am, Pam, honey.
The crazy part is she lied to him on the honeymoon, then tried to make him look crazy, and then when they got in the plane, she's trying to switch seats. It was like, what did he do? You're the one that was messing up. Like, I don't understand why are you so mad. Like, you are not taking any responsibility talking about something. It was a girls' night. No, it wasn't. You just didn't want Jacob to come with you. And then when you got caught out, you sitting there acting like, why are you calling me a liar? Because you are a liar.
Exactly. She does not did not want to be called out. And then I felt like it was very childish of her to switch seats because you're married to this man now, so you need to make it work. And Karen said her style was very similar to his too. It definitely was. And I looked at this and I said, now what if he tried to make you over? Hold on, let me show y'all, child. Because I'm looking at this picture and I said, okay, so you're constantly talking about Jacob's style. But honey, girl, you can't talk about nobody because I'm looking at this picture. And what is this little skirt, child? What is this little skirt, honey? What
The
is it?
skirt and the tops and the top. I mean, does she even have a bra on? What is going on?
Child, I'm looking at this. I said, what is this kind of little jean shirt, honey? I'm trying to remove this comment. Hold on right quick so that y'all can get a full picture of it. Child, because it's just a mess. I said, oh my gosh, child. I really like Jacob. I do too.
I
Okay,
do
so y'all
too.
look at this skirt and look at this shirt, honey. So I'm just trying to figure out what are you talking about with him? I felt like they actually make they're aesthetically pleasing together. So I didn't understand what the problem was. Girl, what is wrong with you?
She didn't have no relationship experience. That's what's wrong with her. Because like she said, she ain't dated since she was 15, and she now 27 or 28 or whatever. And nobody was checking for her. She was at home with her dog Sophie, and now she's on here acting a fool. Her and Virginia, they didn't need to be picked for this process at all.
Trudy said it had to be that intimate moment they shared. The chemistry probably wasn't there. Haley should have just been honest with him. I agree. She really should have. And I don't even just know if it was just the sexual chemistry. I feel like she was legit rusty when it came to dating. And I mean, you hadn't been dating anyone for 7 years and you're 27. I think she's 27 or 28. So I was just trying to figure out like how is that working? And then on top of that, you enter into a process to get married. Stop experimenting on this man, honey. But Jacob is like, baby, look, I don't care about you coming in here in this little black dress. We're done. Child, you can walk past me, and today is the first day you don't have on kitten heels. So congratulations. But at the same time, it's a hell no. I know that's right, Jacob, honey. I know that's right.
And the thing is, because she lacked relationship experience, she wouldn't know whether the D was good or not. She just didn't like him from on site at the wedding. She walked down the aisle, didn't find him attractive, and then she tried to force herself into something during the honeymoon, and then she just shut down after that. And it's just like everybody's nervous the first time, especially if you're drunk. I mean, I don't know too many people who are going to be having banging sex after a night of being drunk. I mean, she didn't even give him, I don't think she gave it a second try. So she doesn't even really know what he is really capable of doing, because it was like a one and done for her. She was like, I'm all set.
That's true. She definitely only gave him one chance, honey. One shot and you're out. Saint Fleming said Haley about to be 12 years of single heifer. Oh my goodness. If that ain't the truth, Ruth, okay? I'm not about to play. I die laughing every time Jacob says he didn't learn anything from B. Listen. Listen, B. Levi, when I tell you I holler every time, baby, Jacob said, nope, not a damn thing. Still nothing. They're like, Jacob, what about nothing? On Unfiltered. Jacob, what did you learn from the process? Absolutely nothing.
But
Jacob, did you learn anything?
I can agree with him. What was there to learn? I don't like what was there to learn? I don't understand. So I completely agree with him. And then Haley's always talking about she learned how to communicate. Where? Communicate where? And she tried to pipe up and show her behind when they were at the couples retreat. Any other time, she's all acting like she can't talk to Jacob. And then as soon as all the other couples came around, she started showing her behind, trying to show off and like talk all crazy to Jacob. And I was just like, oh, so that was the communication skill that you learned? Because I don't. Any other time, you're in denial. You're not taking accountability for nothing. And then you had a nerve to be like, you've been like this since you was 4 years old. Like what?
Yes, and you're right. Giving very much Ross dressed for less. You are so right about that. The only thing Haley learned how to communicate is her disdain for Jacob. She learned how to communicate that she didn't like him. She learned how to communicate that she hates his quirky personality. She learned how to communicate that she didn't like the fact that he liked the 80s. She communicated that to everybody who would listen, that her and Jacob are not a good match because he's not her typical type. What is your typical type? Because I'm looking at you and aesthetically you and him match, girl. So hush, child. That shirt is not a typical type for that skirt, but you got it on, honey. I don't want to hear it, child. I like Jacob. Listen, if he blew her back out on that honeymoon, it would have been different. Some good D will make a woman stay until she can't wake up. Huh, listen, look, they saying vitamin D cure COVID, honey. Not that vitamin D, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's see. Hold on. Jacob was too old fashioned for Haley. Yeah, that's true. She still
You think
wanted to
so?
be kind of, you know, out there doing her thing, honey. She for the streets. Let's just call a spade a spade. She for the streets. She wasn't attractive.
Not his mullet.
So it won't work. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sandy. Go ahead.
I was saying not the mullet, because Sincerely said she wasn't attracted to him, so it wouldn't work. It looks like he cut off his mullet for the show. Not the mullet. Oh my gosh.
Not his mullet, Sincerely. I don't think he had a mullet, honey. Probably
Yeah,
a little bowler jacket that he probably wore every day. But then they told him stop wearing that because we're not gonna be able to produce the show if you can continue to wear that jacket every day. But a mullet, I don't think so. What
yeah, I
happened
don't
to
think.
my homegirl for the beginning of the season who was showing how super fit her pinch nose pal Lauren? I was thinking the same thing, Christina. I said, "Where is Lauren, honey? Child, she was gonna tell you the real truth. She was gonna let you know exactly how things should go." Child, we have 10 more minutes on this live, honey. So did we get to everybody?
Did we? Yeah, I think we did.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, Joseph. Haley, in the next 10 years, we are living. We are living. Hey, child. Oh my goodness. You know she gonna be. Let's see which one would she be. She ain't Regine because she don't have enough zhuzh. Okay, she not Maxine because she ain't got enough coof. Okay, so let's call her Sinclair and move on, child. Sinclair, you gonna be single in the next 10 years, according to Joseph, child. Haley had rack room shoes, Ross dressed for less, soccer mom style. Having the audacity to change Jacob's style. You are a Target employee for fashion advice at best. You better give it to her, Shamika. You better give it to her, honey. You better speak your speech. I know that's real.
Oh,
Alicia said,
I am trying to get the visual of Ryan's tight jeans on the last date. I could see every nook and cranny, probably the most Claire saw all season. I can agree with that. Those, I think I was able to count his pubic hairs, honey. I was just like, dude, what are you wearing? What? I think him and Chris both were shopping in their wives' closets.
had to be. But baby, let me tell you something. At first I thought Chris took the cake. But when I saw Ryan in the child, let me take a deep breath, child. Them little ball busters, you are not going to be able to have kids. You already ain't having the sex. And if you get ready to have the sex, you ain't gonna be able to really have the sex because you got them ball busters on. Boy, you gotta let your stuff and your whatnots breathe, honey. You can't push them things up like that. What are you tucking? Honey, I don't know, child. I don't know. But all I know is, honey, they're gonna have to get it together or leave it alone because it's getting ridiculous. I'm just like, what is happening here? Jacob answered questions the way he wanted to, based on how the produce not on how the producers wanted him to. I agree, Yvonne. I agree.
And
He
what
let
I
it be
ever
known. This is how I feel.
Yeah, and what I respected about Jacob, he was willing to work with Haley, but he was also not gonna be a sucker. He wasn't gonna just be out here looking crazy. He's like, okay, I'm willing to meet you halfway, but if you keep dissing me, I'm all set with you. You can go sit right over there by yourself, and I'm not checking for you. I'm all set.
Very true. Jacob was swiping right on his Tinder as he was sitting on that couch. He was already gone. He slammed the door on Haley on their way out. Child, I was looking for him to push her because she went first, and I was like, all right, he finna push Haley down, honey. She got on shoes that ain't kitten heels tonight. Jacob said, I'm gonna show you. Because all of them wake up and choose violence sometime, honey. I thought it was Jacob's turn. I said, oh, Jacob finna choose violence, honey. You walking in front of him, child, you better go on somewhere trying to show him what you working with. Because Jacob used to always give her a compliment like, you look nice in those jeans. Oh, I really love your hair. He always used to give her compliments. Oh, I bet Jacob's DM popping, okay?
Hmm. He paid her dust. He didn't get up. He barely even looked at her when she walked in. So he definitely was not checking for her. And I think she was a little disappointed because she sat down talking about, oh, I'm in such a great mood. I'm in such a great mood. And Jacob was looking at her like, today's not the day, and I'm not checking for you.
He sure was. He could not be bothered. He didn't care what she had on. Everybody was saying, Haley looked so nice, honey. I didn't even see her. Let me tell you something. I guess I was feeling just like Jacob because I didn't care how she was looking. I really could care less. KL said Jacob and Virginia kind of gave the same energy in their relationships. You
Mm.
think so? I think Virginia was much more involved than Jacob. Big Mama's Kitchen, sending good vibes, Misha. Thanks for all the laughs. Keep shining bright and block all those negative gremlins trolling you. Thank you. I'm gonna block all the Chris's, honey. Block them all, child. Baby. When Jacob threw up the deuce sign as he walked, listen to me, Kieta. I was about to say something about that in my review, but I was like, I don't think nobody else caught him caught him chunking up the deuces, honey. He said deuces. That show you Jacob be listening to these reviews.
And just like he
Wow,
told
Jacob
her,
said I got some swag, honey.
and just like he told her, because he was like, it's just a hug. You act like you can't even hug me. She was like, but you're a stranger, and he was like, well, after decision day, this is one stranger you'll never have to see again. And he was just like, take that and chew with it.
Yeah, he was done with her. I mean, you've abused him and mistreated him for 8 weeks straight. And rumor
Mhm.
has it that she didn't even sleep in the apartment. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, how did you think things were gonna go? Do you think that's never gonna come out? You know, people find out everything. Child, we have 5 more minutes on this live. Listen, Chris said on his IG live after Decision Day episode that this season's ratings have been the highest because of him. See, this is what I'm saying. This shows how self-absorbed Chris actually is. Boy, listen, these ratings have been the highest this season because of these reviews I'm giving over here on the YouTube street, honey. I sent them straight to you. No, I'm just kidding. I can't stand Chris. Chris better shut up, child. Ain't nobody worried about him. I ain't got time to be playing with Chris. Child, yes, because you were humiliating Paige every Wednesday night, and people tuned in to see why is everybody talking about this man? Because back in the beginning of Married at First Sight, when you would go to YouTube or any different outlet, Chris's face was the first thing that you saw because he was basically humiliating Paige on a weekly basis.
He,
So
he was humiliating
calm
her
down,
and
child.
himself. He was humiliating her and himself. He was looking crazy because it was just like, even when he cussed out Virginia and Clara, it was just like, dude, like, get some self control. Like, and then here go Paige always apologizing on his behalf as if like she's his mom, and I'm like, why are you apologizing for his idiotic behavior? Like, just let him be the idiot that he is.
And she always does that, and she did that at the decision day when they came back inside, and she was like, I'm so sorry about that, I apologize about that. No, don't apologize on his behalf. Let him sit his little goofy looking ass down. And boy, he done made me mad, child. Made me cuss. Now y'all know I don't like cuss. But he needed to see this little goofy looking self down, little twerp, come in and say, I'm sorry for acting a fool all up and through
Mm-hmm.
decision day. I know y'all ain't seen me in some weeks, and I am so sorry that I came back with the foolishness. My bad.
But
So
his,
Chris said it's the highest rating because the matchmaker's playing in our face. Okay. Over there playing on the unmatchables.
he's never gonna apologize for his behavior. He is way too narcissistic. He thinks anytime he says anything, he's right in all that he does. So it's just, and the sad part is, Paige will make a very good wife for a deserving husband. Like, she just was matched with the wrong person because she's a sweet girl. She has great morals. It's just she was matched with the wrong person, and she was in love with the idea of marriage. And like she said, she wasn't new to this. She was true to this, unfortunately, and that's where she went downhill after that.
That is definitely. We have 2 more minutes on this live. Christina said Paige and Chris have got to be a part of somebody's improv group because this was too much. Got to be. And somebody else said that this was the highest rated season because of that X, honey. I got some merch coming soon, honey, because y'all know that the new season is coming back in July or it might be June, and they're going to be in Houston. And child, listen, y'all know we gotta wear that X because I know it's gonna be some X's up and through that season as well. So if y'all want some merch, please let me know, and we will get that started, child. And we also gonna get us some shirts. Now, listen, I don't know exactly how to spell zhuzh, but I'm gonna figure out how to spell it. And also, speaking your speech, child. I'm not tuning into the Unmatchables. I just finished watching a season of the Maths season 12. I know that's right, DRY. We need a break, but I am probably gonna watch Couples Cam because Bree and Vincent and Virginia and
Eric with a
Eric are
K.
supposed to be on there. So, child, I'm gonna figure out what's happening. Okay, we're gonna get to this one thing and then we gotta go, child, because Ready to Love is coming on. Kenya says, did y'all already discuss how he spoke to eh, yes, that really pissed me off too, because I'm like, listen, that is a woman. No matter who started the conversation, she is still a woman. And Pastor Cal didn't even say nothing. He was just sitting there looking. I'm like, Pastor Cal, at this point, honey, you are a waste because you need to be piping up and saying something to this man.
Everybody was just tired. They was just like, "Oh God, we done sat here 6 hours. I'm tired. When you gonna just exit stage left and don't come back in here?"
Yeah, they really should have. Miss Misha, if you watch Legendary on HBO Max, the spelling of zh is on there. Oh, okay. Well, honey, I'm gonna have to go look at that, Lady Reds. Okay, y'all, listen. I know I'm trying to get back in the swing of things because they kind of shook me a little bit yesterday. But Ready to Love or Ready to Hang Out is coming on. So, child, I got to go and watch it, and then we're gonna reconvene on Saturday so we can get back to our regular scheduled program, honey, and talk all about Ready to Love on the live after we get through watching the review. All right, y'all. I love all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hate to cut our live short. Miss Cindy, is there anything you want to say?
I want to just say thank you, Miss Misha, for having me on. My channel is Cadet Girl Chronicles. I enjoyed talking to everyone, and hopefully we can do this again soon. Have a good night, and have a great weekend, everyone.
All right, y'all. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.
Peace.